like a relationship with our customers is like very direct, and we're not answering to any VCs or anything like that. I can't think of any company that I know of anyways that kind of has that relationship with their users, and I think it keeps things grounded and keeps us honest. The more visibility you have into like the depth of the system, you can kind of like make these lateral connections in your head of like, oh, well, this thing works like this over here, and this works like that over there. We can just short circuit this kind of thing. And hi, I'm Zach. I'm the lead of the search team. It's a very common sentiment about, our user base and, internally that like, Google was not what it was, 10, 15 years ago or whatever. We just believe that, we could bring that back and respect people's time and intelligence and the results that we're giving them. None of the ads, sponsorships, whatever, just, exactly what you're looking for. Whenever I'm using Kagi, it's always just, peace of mind of, the quality of experience that I'm getting, respecting my privacy and all that stuff. I've kind of discovered that I've always had a very long passion for working with databases, something from the, very early days to now. I've had a ton of maturity with, so that's something I take a lot of pride in. For us, it's really all about keeping things as simple as we can possibly imagine it, and sometimes that takes many iterations to actually to land there. On the design of our database is only storing precisely exactly what we need, designed for the questions the database needs to answer, and dependencies as well. We write a lot of our own code, instead of just pulling in libraries and libraries. If anything's in the critical path of the user experience, we're probably just going to write it ourselves rather than using some pre-made solution or something like that. Even when you get off-the-shelf stuff, at some point you're going to have problems with it, and because you didn't write it, you have to dig into it, and so it's not exactly a clear-cut trade-off versus us dropping in a 10,000 lines of this library. But if we really only need 100 lines of it, we'll just take those 100 lines and just use that because it's much less risk. You can use search results with or without JavaScript, for example, and you have the same experience between those two. Basically, you can keep it fast because we own so much of the code. If something's slow with it, we can just go in and fix it rather than having to open an issue somewhere or wait for someone else to fix it. So we really just take responsibility over the experience that way. Yeah. I mean, historically, we've always offered, people who really want to engage with the frontier technology of LLMs. We give you options for that, but there's also classic search. There's plenty of people in the community who feel certain ways about AI, and we have a feedback loop set up where users, as they're searching through results, because they have a very keen eye for these things. They can simply flag results, and that gets put into a queue for us to review. Matt's team has been iterating and will keep iterating technology that can consume that queue of domains and pages and try and accurately grade them, and then that just feeds back into the system of markers that they'll see on the page or things like that. I really don't know how search engines are going to change. I know classic search will probably always have a place for some people. There's just way too much money involved to create something meaningful for the individual. Companies like Kagi will always need to exist that kind of subvert whatever things they're doing for the purposes of big corporate stuff and all that kind of things.